Guys, you know what it is, don't you? You know. Let me tell you. It's... What? Yeah, it was... Sorry about that. I got interrupted. It's... What? Sorry, I got interrupted again. It's... What? Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, I meant to tell you. You know what it is? It's... What? So as I was saying, you know what it is? It's... What?
Ah, there you are. I was telling you, it's...
What are you doing here? What I was trying to tell everybody was, you know what time it is, don't you? You know... What? What? Well, tell them then. Steve, you're interrupting everything. Steve, out. No. Steve, get out. Go on, get out. Look, it's not my fault you're too fat. Go on, out you get. Steve, get out. Go on. Cheeky monkey in the feed shed. Go on. Come on, because I've got something to tell everybody. Come on. I can't tell them, though, until you're away and you're in bed. Come on. Ronnie, you're the wrong side of the fence, mate. Come on. Right. Now, oh, Charlie, come on then. Hoti. I don't know where he's gone. Anyway, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, you know what it's time for, don't you? It's time for the... What? Okay. I'm going to have to tell you really quick, all right? I have to tell you because I've got to go and do some other stuff. And I've got to go and get this video ready before the live. Because tonight, it's Sunday Night Live at Jacob's Ridge. Okay, we seem to be having some technical difficulties. Okay, let's have a little look and see what's going on here. Okay, hold on a minute, guys. Hold on. Why is it doing this all of a sudden? Okay. Well, that completely messes up everything. Why is it doing that? I don't know. That's very strange. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, we could go to this camera. We've got a backup camera we can use. Don't know why this camera has suddenly decided to give up the ghost. We're going to try. Hold on. Would it even be Sunday Night Live without technical difficulties? Yeah, absolutely, Angie. I just don't know what's going on here. I wonder. We can come to this one. This one works. This one works. We've got this one as a backup, but it's not a very good camera. Hold on, I'm going to try and see if this one will work again. No, it doesn't want to know, does it? I don't know why. No.
What
okay.
even is the writing on it?
Oh, it's something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll have to go. We'll have to go to this one. Okay, we're back.
Sorry about
we're
that.
back. What did we do? We're just very. Oh, now what's going on?
Now we're very frozen. Oh, there we are.
We're back. Okay. Right. Let's get rid of this. Right. Hold on a minute. We can see what we're doing now. So anyway, guys, how are you? Hello, good evening, and welcome to Jacob's
I
Ridge
should say the
Live.
background is like very blurred.
Well, it's blurring your head as well.
It's blurring my head.
Well, if we move that like that a little bit, there you go. How's that? That's a bit. It's like rather than looking up our noses, it's very, very bright. We look like a couple of ghosts. It's quite an interesting look. Hello. Anyway, where are we? No video. 7:20. No video. Apart from being pale, you are okay. Maybe you need to set the default camera in settings. Maybe. Yeah, I've just tried all that, Linda, and yeah, it's not doing it very well. So anyway, don't worry. We can sort this out. Don't worry. We've got options. Always got options.
So we have just finished the feed and everything. Now we're here. That's a bit better.
Yeah, is that a little less?
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the intro.
Love the intro.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Love that.
Bit of fun, isn't it? Right. Okay. Hello from Oregon, USA. Hi, Aldine. How you doing?
Hi, Aldine.
Where are we? Let's go. Let's have a little look. We're going to go back up to the top here a minute so we can actually catch up with people here. Hi from Suffolk. Hello, Eleanor. How you doing? It's Sunday Night Live. Yes, Jan. Wouldn't be Sunday Night Live without you, would it? Honestly, I keep changing the sign, Jan, but you're always here. I just don't know what do I have to do, honestly. I can make this one. See you all in a bit. Marie. Glad you're here. Hello, Julian. Hello, Eleanor. Where are we? Just going catch up here. Greetings from cold, rainy Southwest Pennsylvania.
Oh no.
Brandywine blogger. Ooh, that sounds horrible. Actually, it's got cold here as well. We're in the world. Yeah, everybody's in the world tonight, I think. Hi, everyone. Linda from Northampton, UK, just decorating the tree. Oh, Linda, are you really? Is it that time of year? Is it decorating tree time?
It doesn't feel it, does it? Do you feel like Christmassy yet?
No.
Julian was playing Christmas music yesterday. Then.
Well, a bit of Nat King Cole.
Christmas.
It was getting a little bit Christmassy at feed. Do you know you've got seeds in your hair?
What kind of seeds?
You know those little prickly ones? Oh no, they're not.
Oh, it's a little seed pod.
It's a seed pod, and you've got it in your hair.
I was just looking here because you have something on your ear that looks like hay. That's it now.
Why?
And you've had a shower, haven't you?
And I've had a shower. How have I still got hay in my ears? Anyway, there you go. What can you do? Sometimes I think the animals are caring for Julian. Jan is that they are. I can tell you. I keep looking up there, and the camera's here. Where are we? Hi from Folkestone, Kent. Hear you, no see you. Okay, that's all right. We've sorted that out, I think, now. The animals have always cared for Julian. Jan, let's face it, we can't do it. Hi from rainy Norfolk. Well, let me tell you, actually, this morning, I think it was just before 5 o'clock in the morning, the horses woke me up and they were thundering around the sanctuary, and they had all got out. And so I was out. I got myself a flask of tea and got myself wrapped up. And then I went out and found the horses, got them all together. Which was a bit of luck actually, because they were almost off sanctuary. It was that they had really gone a little bit nuts. And it was a very bright night as well. I don't know, wasn't a full moon, but it was bright. Stars were really clear. And so I just did some shepherding with the horses this morning at some ridiculous hour. And so I was down there, and they'd gone into like the old lemon groves, which is a little bit overgrown. And then they'd gone down into the river, and the river's dried out, and it's very, very thick with bamboo and trees. And it's like out of a horror film. It is really creepy down there. And especially at that time in the morning. So I've got my little torch, and just in case, I'll try not to use it in the nighttime because I don't want to lose your night vision. So I've got my flask, got my torch, and I went down to the limits of the sanctuary, and the horses were all moving around, and I could hear some cracking through trees, some cracking through bamboo and stuff. And it was all right. I had a quick count up, and I knew where they were roughly. And then, as I was standing there quietly, I looked up and I was looking at the stars, and I was just thinking about you know, how people have done this for millennia, you know, especially shepherds, you know, like being a shepherd with your flock, looking up, looking at the stars, just being in that moment, you know, something very, very basic and primal, I suppose, in those moments. And it links you to your ancestors from, you know, years and years and years ago. So I was standing down there, and all of a sudden, I heard what I thought was a horse from behind me in the river. And I thought, oh my God, one of the horses has gone down into the river and got off the sanctuary. So I put my flask down and I started to walk through where I heard the noise, which was down through the old dried out river. And it's all bamboo and old trees, and it's very dark, and it was like, it's really overgrown, so you're having to push your way through. And you get quite disorientated, especially in the dark, because there's just no, you know, you're just going through, you know, bush and you can't see anything. So I'm walking through, and I found this little track, and I'm following this little track along, and I thought, I don't know how the horse has got down here, but I need to go and find where he is or she is. So as I've got a little bit further down, I've suddenly realized I'm quite away from the herd, and I'm now quite away off of the boundary of the sanctuary, and I'm a little bit out in the middle of nowhere. I'm down this little dried riverbed. I'm disorientated. I don't know which way is which because I've been turned around a few times following this little pathway. And I suddenly got really scared. And so I put my torch on, and as I'm shining the torch around, I suddenly realized there was no horse. There was nothing. And then straight away, obviously, because it would, why would your brain go to something like, oh, it must have been the sound moving off of the trees, or, you know, just bouncing around? No, it wasn't that at all. It was demons pretending to be horses and luring me into this area, which was, you know, like very basically my imagination just started running wild with me. So as I'm shining this torch around looking for the horse, I suddenly became really aware of being in this thick, scary looking environment, and it's really creepy down there. I'll have to take some pictures and video and show it to you. It's really creepy. It'd make a brilliant setting for a horror film. And as I'm down there, I'm like, then my heart's starting to go a little bit, and I'm thinking, I need to get out of here now, but don't panic. Let's just move quietly, because, you know, it's not demons. Don't be silly. There's not demons down here. It's just noise. But then there's a little voice in your head going, "It was demons. That was definitely demons. They're chasing you now. They're definitely chasing you." So I'm walking through the woods, and I'm starting to sing to myself as I'm going through the woods, and we're not getting scared, and we're all okay, and everything's fine. Get back to the horses. And it's like little voices in your head going like, the demons are getting a little closer now. They're going to touch you. What if they touch you, Julian? What if they touch you now? And you're like, oh my God, got to get out of here. Anyway, perhaps too much information to be sharing on the live, but really freaked myself out. Managed to get out of that zone really damn quick. Had a little bit of a shakedown. Ran straight to the horses, where I feel very, very safe. And yeah, so I just stood with them, got my flask back, had a cup of tea, stood back looking at the stars. And yeah, and then I said to all the horses, right, let's move on, shall we? So let's move along. So I moved them all along to the other end of the sanctuary, and I got really creeped out down there. It's a really creepy zone. So yeah, that was my morning this morning, and that was all at about 5 o'clock this morning. So anyway, I just thought I'd share about that. Talking about the animals, that's right. That's how we got there. Animals taking care of me. That is exactly what it felt like. I ran to the horses because I felt scared.
Well, there's no wonder you didn't try and get back to sleep after that.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Creepy Halloween again.
Yeah, it was a bit creepy. Yeah.
It's always the demons that sneak into your mind.
Yeah, it is. It is. Night vision goggles. Oh my God. Yes. Night vision goggles would be fantastic. But I also think it'd be, what happens if you look in night vision? Like, someone was telling me that I think Tesla cars, that was Megan telling me last night. She said that Tesla cars can see in the dark. Apparently, they've got a thing on the camera, and it allows you to see in the dark. And there's this thing on YouTube you can see where they drive them into cemeteries.
Oh yeah, I heard.
And it picks up people in cemeteries.
I heard about that. Yeah, that's horrible.
Anyway, this is a bit of a spooky theme. It's not Halloween.
Would the horses sense any spooks?
Yeah, I think.
I think so. Do you think it was maybe like wild boar?
No, I think it was totally my
It
imagination.
was you getting carried away.
I just got completely freaked out. I heard a sound. 2 and 2 became 5,
Yeah.
and then it just exploded into 500.
Yeah.
I just spooked like a horse spooks. A horse spooks, and I totally get it. I
Mm.
think I was just in tune with the horses at the time and totally got spooked by the horse.
Jennifer says, my weekly dose of Jacob's Ridge live happy hour. Life is good again. Rain and snow mix in Wisconsin today and decorating for Christmas.
Wow, Jennifer, that sounds lovely.
Yeah, it's kind of, I feel like in Spain it's kind of hard to get in the festive mood because we don't, it's always like this time of year usually quite sunny.
Yeah, you get quite jealous, don't you, at this point?
Yeah, like my family have had snow back home.
It
doesn't feel Christmassy without snow.
No, it doesn't.
Fran says, I've asked everyone to donate to the sanctuary for Christmas gifts. Oh,
Fran, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
If it's, I'll tell you what we could do. If it's easier, we could set up a Christmas gift link on the website. So if that is something that you want to do, you can actually direct people somewhere where they can actually do that. That wouldn't be hard for us to set up on the website. So if that's something you would like us to set up, then just let us know in the comments that if that's a good idea or not, and we can set it up very quickly and easily. So you could just literally give out a link, and that would do it.
Did you know Tesla cars have built-in fart noises?
I have heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is stupid and it's not. It's kind of like, it is quite fun. You've got to do something, haven't you? They're electric. They've got no noise to them, and that's the.
What is that? Their horn then?
I think you could probably set it as their horn. Yeah. The new Cybertruck has got a tannoy system on it.
That's it.
So you can activate tannoy in the cab, and when you talk in the cab, it actually shouts it out at the front of the car.
Get out of the way.
So you go straight away to get out of the way. I go to, you could sing everybody a song.
What makes you think people would want to hear that?
No, nothing. Definitely wouldn't want to hear that, but it'd just be funny to drive around a busy high street singing your heart out.
Yeah.
What would you do? What would you do if you were in the Tesla Cybertruck and you used the tannoy system? I keep looking up there to the camera, and the camera says, what would you do? What would you?
Well, it'd be good for the guy up the road.
The guy up the road. You might have to explain now about the guy up the road.
He's got these like tannoys on his car, and he goes around and he plays like a recorded tape of the news of the local town, like who's died, if there's been any births. Like it's like a town crier, I guess. But
yeah, we don't have that in the UK. Do you have that in America? I mean, it's just literally a car drives around with big speakers on the top of its roof, making announcements, or you can announce, as you say, advert or whatever. It's weird.
Yeah. Excuse us eating.
We just finished.
A bit snackish.
Finished the feed.
Nick says, "I'm going to put it out there. I just hate Christmas time. To crawl in the cave and have a little hibernate."
Well, don't hate it, Nick. But I totally understand what you're saying. But no, I don't hate it. Don't hate it, mate. It's Christmas.
Maybe he's the Grinch.
Oh, are you the Grinch? Is Nick the Grinch?
Fran says, sounds like a great idea to have a direct link to donate.
Okay, Fran, no problem. We can set that up. Thank you very much.
Anne says, the Tesla truck was in our town for a few weeks ago. It's so ugly.
Oh, Anne.
I thought that as well when I first saw it.
No, it's not ugly. I don't think it is. It's really, it's what's the word? Split opinions.
At least it's something different. Everything else just looks the same, doesn't it?
I love it. Unfortunately, we can't get them in Europe. They're not bringing them out here, but and they're very expensive. But that would be awesome. I'd love a Cybertruck.
Well, you can't have one, can you?
Well, you can't have one, can you? So get over it.
Jane says, we have that here, a man shouting on a tannoy selling sofas.
Do you? Yeah, so it's a Spain thing then. It must be a Spain thing. I don't know if it's anywhere else.
Oh yeah, of course, Jane, you're in Spain.
Jane's in Spain.
Tonda, I'm totally decorated inside and out for Christmas.
I say, Tonda, how on earth did you decorate inside? You shouldn't do that, you know. The baubles are for the trees, darling. Ice cream van? Yes. Yeah, it's fair enough. It's fair enough. Good comment. So here in San Diego, California, we have police helicopters announce people they're looking for in the area. Oh my God, do you really? That's so weird. I wouldn't like that. That feels a bit dystopian, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention we're looking for Sam Smith. It's like,
no.
yeah. And he's like, so Sam's like, what? Oh, no, they're looking for me. Are you Sam Smith? No, I'm John Jones.
John Smith.
We're looking for Sam. It's not Sam, it's John. Fly on. Seems a bit weird, that. Or, yeah, I don't know. Or do they describe them? Perhaps they fly. We're looking for a man with a red coat. Everyone's like running around going, oh, it's not red, it's not red. I had that once. Actually, I can tell you a story about helicopters and being chased.
You were chased by a helicopter?
Yeah. Many years ago, when I was a little tearaway on
Don't believe that.
On a motorcycle, I was with some friends, and allegedly, so the story goes, you read into this whether it's true or not. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it actually happened. But many years ago, there was a young man who shared the same initials as me, and he was riding a motorcycle with his friends in the Spanish mountains. And they were having a bit of a race, and it got quite hairy, and it was a bit silly. It was a silly race, and it got very fast and crazy. Next thing this person knew was there was a helicopter chasing them along the road. So it all got a little bit, what do we do now? So what this gang of people decided to do was drive further and faster into the mountain, get to a point where there was a cliff face, and then pulled right up close to the cliff face and moved the bikes back towards the cliff face, and took off jackets and hung them over the back of the bike so you couldn't see the number plates. And so the helicopter then came down very, very low. So the story goes, I'm not saying any of this is true. The helicopter came very, very low and just hovered in front of the said people. And all the said people just stood there in front of their bikes, just staring at this helicopter. And everyone under their breath saying, he's not going to land. He can't land. And what's he going to do? What's he going to do? You thought, I reckon we can outlast him. So we stood there and we just had this little Mexican, there was this little Mexican standoff for a little while. And then eventually the helicopter took and went away. And everybody that was together, all the friends, all quickly put on their things and went, "So, see you next week, bye." And everyone shot off in different directions.
Wow.
There's a story of helicopters.
Intimidating.
Yes. Anyway, that was an interesting, but that was many, many years ago, apparently, back in the day before I was born.
It's like that in the States. They use helicopters if it's someone dangerous they're looking for. Makes you nervous when you see one over your house.
Oh, yeah. Well, not far from here, there's a penitentiary, and they're always breaking out of there.
Are they? I didn't know that.
Well, there used to be always, like it was like once a month, there'd be something going on, be roadblocks. They're looking for something. But whether they've managed to learn how to lock the door properly now, they don't do it so much. But yeah, it used to happen quite a lot.
Jan says, so if he shares the news, do you have to get together with your neighbours to swap the bits you didn't hear as you drove off still in hindsight?
Well, we don't understand any of it anyway. All it is like, that's it. Mañana. Esta mañana.
Lunes.
Lunes. That was it. Yeah. So
it is weird. They tell you what they were wearing.
Really? That's strange. Mulled wine. Oh, Jane, yes. Do you know what that reminds me? I was going to have a little glass of port this evening.
Well, it's not too late.
It is.
Yeah.
I think if I had port now, I think it would get messy really quick.
Yeah, you're not very tolerant to alcohol.
No, it would get very very messy.
Was it Ronnie who put the 2 names in that book?
What book?
What book, Linda?
Was it Ronnie who put the 2 names in that book? What book? What book? What book? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I can't think, Linda. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
San Diego. Where are we? San Diego is in the border of Mexico, where the drug problem is immense. Therefore, any way to find who they are trying to capture. Oh, I see. Well, that's a bit. Yeah, you see, it's just a different world, isn't it? It's just a different part of the world. You have different problems. That must be quite scary, actually, at times. I should think if you're quite close to the border where they're doing things like that.
They want you to have a glass of port.
Oh,
They want you to chug, says Jan.
No, it's not a good idea. I've got my cup of tea. That'll do.
Dean wants to know what's on your cup. It's quite.
On mine?
Actually. Yeah.
Well, it's. I don't know if you can see that. It's a snowman, and on that side, it's a penguin, and on there it says something like Winter Wonderland. It's my favourite cup.
Is it?
Yeah. It used to be the one that said "Love Life." Love your life. Yeah, it used to be that one, but I've changed to Winter Wonderland now.
It's bigger, that one. Nick says, I was having lunch yesterday.
Last yesterday. Oh, last yesterday.
Is that like
that was the
Saturday,
last yesterday? The last time I had a yesterday.
With my old boss, she said you should really catch up on the program called The English. So I recounted Julian's 30 seconds before he ended up dead.
I wasn't dead. I didn't die in it. I'm still alive. I'm still in the universe.
You might come back.
Who knows? I think it's just the career that died, actually, Nick. It wasn't me.
Shut up. Diane says, last night I had a dream. Julian was in it.
Wow, Diane. Was it a dream? Perhaps it was you in the dried up riverbed, Diane, that was freaking me out. That's what it was.
Do you get hammered very easily then, Julian?
Yes, Gail. Yes. I literally have to smell a cork and I'm gone. I just have zero tolerance to any of it. I just can't. I just drink water. That's it. And a cup of tea. I can't touch the alcohol. It's not that I don't like it. I just can't handle it.
Linda says, love the video of the new fencing. Cannot believe how much has been achieved so far.
Yes. In fact, we can share that. It's on there.
It's in here?
Yeah, it's that one. Here we go, guys. This is the new fencing.
Will we
just hit that? There you go.
Very good.
Yes, it's amazing how well they come on actually with the fencing. It's immense. It's such a big project, and they get up there really early, and they're just superb. They're real good guys, and yeah, could you imagine? We were talking about it. I think we made that video. Was it yesterday? We went up there. Was it yesterday morning?
Day before yesterday.
And we were just saying, like, it would be can you imagine if it was just Rachel and I doing that fencing? We probably would have got like 10 posts up by now, something like that, if we were lucky. I just can't believe how quickly they move, and all those posts are all cemented in. It's very good. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, we're very, very, very pleased with the progress.
Tonda, thank you very much for your super chat to put everyone in the Christmas spirit.
Oh, Tonda, thank you very, very much. That's nice of you. Thank you.
Linda says, Omid Scobie book about the royal family. The whole world is talking about it.
The Omid Scobie. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, it's got to have something to do with Steve. I don't know about that. Are you joking? We just...
I haven't heard anything about that.
Well, we haven't seen anything really. We've just been like in the field. World War III could break out. We wouldn't know.
We know he gets happy easily. Remember his birthday a couple of years ago? That was brilliant.
Oh, Jan, yeah. Yeah, that was a bit silly, wasn't it?
I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah. Aldine, is Sophia still here? No, Sophia has now left the sanctuary. It reminded me of the Proclaimer. I would walk 500 posts and I would walk 500 more. Great progress. Yeah, that is a little song there, 500 posts.
Jane asked, do you know when you'll be able to move into the house?
Well, obviously we're not going to move to the house until the animals are there. So it's all dependent on that, really. It's the first animals that can go there will be the goats, and then basically, yeah. I mean, as soon as those internal fences are built and we can actually get the animals in there, then we'll be moving over with them. So yeah, it's I reckon at the rate he's going, all the fences should be done within, I would say, a month, easily. At the rate he's going. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose there'll be a break over Christmas.
Oh, people love to have a break over Christmas, don't
How
they?
dare they?
I know. Family time.
Aldine says, yes, so glad you shared the progress on the property. Makes me feel that I have visited and I am helping. Alas, it's helping only by sending good vibes.
No, well, it's all good. All good, Aldine. Yeah, thank you.
Gail says, blooming Nora, that's so impressive.
It really is, Gail. It's blooming Nora impressive.
Myra, thank you so much for your super chat. I've won this on the Sanctuary Lottery. Thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
That's great. Thank you very much for playing that, Myra.
Yeah. If anyone else is watching from the UK and they don't know, we have the Animal Sanctuary Lottery, which we run. It's to raise funds for not just Jacob's Ridge, but other sanctuaries that need it. And you can get involved in that if you want. It's sanctuarylottery.com.
I think you should get involved in it even if you don't want. Like, especially if you don't want.
Yeah.
If you find yourself now looking at it and thinking,
really
listening to it and going, I don't want to do that, then do it. Because you will love it, because it will make you feel so good. It's really good. Take my word for it. Play the Animal Sanctuary Lottery. Sign up today. Now. Right now. Go.
Maybe I could put this up here so you guys can see.
Yeah.
Sign up to the animal.
It's fantastic. It's the best.
Also, if you haven't bought your calendar yet, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, what are you doing with your life if you haven't bought a calendar yet? Buy a calendar. Quick. You're going to get lost otherwise. You won't know what day it is. Then what you're going to do? Then you'll be like Rachel and I. We've got no idea what day it is.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting. What have you done here?
Oh. Okay.
That's interesting. What was your plan there?
I thought it was going to be like that one, but it's not.
It can be. You just don't know what you're doing.
Edit.
Scroll. There you go. Oh, she's done it. She's learning the system.
Save.
Now we're in trouble.
Show. There we are.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
what we want to see. Lisa Larson. Hello.
Hi, Lisa.
Does the perimeter fencing have any gates for access to the interior of the sanctuary other than at the entrance?
Yes, it does. It will have at the top. The thing is, it's all about budget. So obviously gates cost money, and gates cost a lot of money. Has everything to do with this fence seems to cost money. So right at the top of the sanctuary, we've got pedestrian access, and then at the bottom we've got 3 gates, because you need to have like almost like an airlock gate situation, which is part of the legislation. So whereas what we've actually got at the bottom is 3 gates, and that is, one is to protect, because obviously you don't want all the animals to wander around the actual house, because they'll just destroy everything. So you've got one set of gates to protect the house, then you've got a set of gates to act as the first part of the airlock, and then another set of gates which is access onto the road. So yeah, there's sort of like a gate system to get on and off the property, and the gates are having to be custom made, and all to the specification that's been laid out by the powers that be. So yeah, it's all happening at the moment.
Yes, thank you very much, Lisa, for your super chat.
Yes, thank you, Lisa.
And also, the Sirius had his pajamas on last night that you sent. He looks very snuggly in them. He didn't have them on this morning, so I think he managed to slip out of them. But yeah, they do look very cozy.
Poor old Sirius is having a hard time at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on the steroids again though, so he should be starting to feel a little bit better. Let's see. Could you recommend an Ami cat food for my cat? Well, Jane, they have Ami dry for cat, and then the wet food I think is, I'm not sure if they have a cat one or not. The ones that we have tried were for the dogs. Let me see.
What, wet?
Yeah, they have a wet food.
Yeah.
Ami pet.
Petfood.com.
Let's have a look. And yeah, so we haven't tried the cats. Oh, it's in Italian. Help me. We haven't tried the cats with the wet food because that was more for the dogs. They have dogs.
You can share this screen if you want.
Cats, dogs. I don't know. It's all in Italian. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like they just have wet food for dogs at the moment, but our cats seem to like the kibble. So yeah, I would definitely recommend giving it a go and seeing what your cats think of it.
No, it's really good. It's good food, and you know what's in it as well, so you know what your babies are eating.
Yeah, no nasty stuff.
The short video of Timo. Thank you very much for the short video of Timo. Says Susie B. Anything new with him? Well, actually, Susie, this evening we did have a bit of a breakthrough with him, didn't we?
Yes. He was in his...
Hold on a minute.
Oh, where are you going? He was in his wheels. He comes down to feed with us. He's not always the most helpful at that job, but nevertheless, he was there. And one of his legs had slipped out of the stirrups at the back. And oh no, he's doing it.
Well, it's cold. Is this the port that your mum bought?
Yeah, we've had that for ages.
Yeah. I always think of your mum.
Or did we buy it last Christmas?
No, this was the stuff your mum bought. I always think of your mum when I have a little glass of port. Oh, that's enough, I reckon.
We've gone very delayed. Oh, is that better? Yeah.
Yes, better.
So, one of his legs had come out, and he was sort of using it to step a little bit, or to sort of push himself.
Yeah, so that's good. So that's a little bit of extra motion. Also, he let us fix his harness today without biting us, which was a real big step forward for Timo, which was brilliant. Cheers, everybody. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Wow. That's strong.
Are you drunk from the fumes? How many folks are working on the fence?
There's only a team of originally.
five?
Originally he said there was 12, but there's not. There's only 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. So you got one guy constantly moving the cement. He's always on that. He's got a little lad working with him who must be about 17 or 18, and they've got him wheelbarrowing all this wet cement up and down the mountain. Poor lad, he is working his backside off. And then you've got 2 guys putting in the posts, and then you've got another guy that's on the machine that's keep bringing them all the materials up and down the mountain. So yeah, they've got a good little system going, and they're working well. So yeah, they're a good little team. I'm going to get some video with them next week, and yeah, I'm going to take them up a little gift because they're working so hard. They're doing a good job.
There is a new commercial on national TV for dog food. It features a dog that looks very like Timo, and he is using wheels too. Anyone else seen that?
Oh, was that in? Is that in the UK or is that in America, Aldine? Where
Aldine's in the US.
Oh, okay. Lisa, thank you for your super chat.
We've seen that one already.
Oh yes, sorry. I thought Lisa's done. Lisa's done it. I told you. Oops. Oh, we're getting there.
Do you have a British Xmas or a Spanish one? Well, Spain don't really celebrate Xmas.
Do you have a British Xmas?
Meant Xmas, she says there.
Yeah. Oh, too late, Jane.
Yeah, more of a British one, but it's not really. I mean,
we don't really have a Christmas, do we?
Yeah.
It's very short. It's like we have a couple of hours in the afternoon between morning feed and evening feed. Last Christmas was fantastic, I must say. It was really good.
Yeah, it was fun.
We had the team here, and we all went out, and we all bought each other silly little presents, and it was just good fun. And yeah, it was a really good Christmas. And so this Christmas it will be a bit different. But we always do our Christmas morning live.
Yeah.
Where we give out carrots and things to the animals. So yeah, be sure to join us for Christmas Day live if you're about.
It'll be earlier. It'll be like our morning. So, but yeah, we'll give you some notice on that. How quick is the calendar shipping?
I don't know. 3 days, I think, on average.
I think it depends where you are, Diane. We've got a supplier in the UK. We've got a supplier for the US and Canada. So if you're in one of them, it'll be relatively quick. It'll take a little bit longer for Europe, or like if you're ordering it for like Australia or something like that, it would take longer.
Did Potato go with Sophia? No, Potato stays here. Potato is part of the Ridge, and this is where he lives. And there was another one there asking if Sophia was coming back after Christmas. No, Sophia won't be coming back.
For Love, gorgeous dog. I bet he looks so cute in his PJs. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There's a new problem with dogs in the States. So far, it's just in 12 states, but it's pneumonia and it's antibiotic resistant.
Oh.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, that's a bit scary. We've got this thing at the moment going around, which is blue tongue with the sheep and the goats. Actually,
not
it's not
ours.
Goats. No, not ours. No, but
goats
in Spain.
as well. It's just that sheep are the most susceptible, but any ruminant can get it.
Yeah, it's horrible when these things happen. It just really puts the fear of God in you because you're just worried that you can't be too careful, can you? And it can have devastating effects. So that's really sad.
Anne, thank you for your super chat, Anne.
Thank you very much, Anne.
Well. Do you think Timo would let you keep diapers on now? Let you keep diapers on.
Would let me keep. Well,
would he let you keep your diapers?
I stopped wearing diapers quite a while ago.
I think at the moment
he doesn't need them, does he?
Yeah,
really?
It's yeah.
We've created an environment for him where he doesn't. It's not necessary. If he was living in the house, then yeah, definitely it would be necessary. And I think he would be fine with diapers. I know he had diapers on when he was traveling, and when he was in the car. But where he is now, and the kind of like the way we've got him set up, he doesn't need diapers. He can, he's free to do what he wants. And I must say, Was it this morning? It was just a tremendous amount he'd done.
It was yesterday morning, but it was still quite a lot today as well.
It's like, I mean, not joking. I think it was more than his body weight. And it's like he defies the laws of physics with the amount of poop that he does.
This morning it had a load of corn in it.
What he is, you see, he comes down at feeding time when we're feeding all the animals and doing everything. He disappears. And it's like, where's Timo gone? Don't know. Well, we do now. Because all you've got to do is look at his poop. We know exactly where he's done because we can just see exactly the trail. He's got the pig corn. He's got this. So he's helping himself to all the food from the animals. And my word, yes, quite an experience in the mornings now.
At least it's making him go, I suppose. So there was an issue before where he was
That's true.
getting a bit backed up. So yeah, still a lot of fibre.
Yeah.
With all your help, I feel Timo will be walking on his own within a year. Fingers crossed.
I don't know, Linda. I hope so. I mean, this morning it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a lot now.
Yeah, and this thing is, that's the problem, isn't it? You think, oh, that's nice. I'll have some more. That's all. You've got nowhere to stop. I never know when to stop. That's the problem.
I mean, that's too much for you to have that much more.
No, don't put it on there. It's fine. It's only Coke. Anyway, I feel a bit like, yeah, I feel quite nice now.
Do you feel warm?
Yeah, that's warmed me a lot, actually. Yeah.
Pa Ryan, thank you very much. Another piece of the fence.
Thank you, Pa. Fantastic. Thank you.
The most important thing is to go and listen to the animals on the 24th at midnight. That's when they speak.
Right, Kate. We'll go down there.
Didn't know that.
We'll do a live on the Christmas Eve.
Susie B says, I received my calendar pretty quickly.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I did see. I looked on the analytics for deliveries, and it was saying on average 3 days.
That's good. We still haven't ordered ours yet.
No, I know.
The scaled raven. Greetings from New Mexico. How is Timo? We probably already discussed. He's good, and he's pooping a lot.
And
if you missed it, there's a little short of him on our YouTube today.
That's so good. It's such a good little video. Have we got it on here? No, I think it's on here. No, it's not on here. No.
Monique, thank you very much for your super chat.
Oh, Monique.
Cheers to you too.
Cheers to you.
A bit early here for alcohol, but my coffee will work. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, this is alcohol free.
Yes. What is Klaus's favourite Christmas tipple?
Oh, I think a Harvey Wallbanger, or maybe a Sex on the Beach. This I like.
The paralysis could affect the amount and consistency of Timo's motions.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it has done for sure. But I think the massaging and everything like that is just, I don't know, it all helps. Has Timo lost weight yet? Has
Timo gained weight? Has Timo lost weight yet? Has Timo lost any weight? Yeah, we need to weigh him again.
Yeah,
but he has lost weight. I think last time we weighed him, he was like 11 kilos.
Yeah, but he was fat, wasn't he, originally? Because we fed him up too much. We were feeding him too many treats.
Yeah.
Didn't he get to like 14?
13.4, I think it was.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jan says Julian can still say analytics. Have another drink. Analytics. I'll give you my analytics.
Vintage Style by Joe says, hello, nice to see you. Sorry, so late.
Well, Vintage, come on. You know what you got to do. Vintage Style. I like that. Are you a Vintage Style? Do you have Vintage Style?
Do you have a shop or... Yeah, tell us.
Vintage is cool.
Do you have anything new in here?
No, I didn't have a chance to, unfortunately.
Oh, my days.
Oh, my days.
Do a drunk MC.
Do a drunk MC. Nah. No.
Nah.
Nah.
That's like Stormzy.
Yeah, I know. The drunk MC would be now. No, my brain's not working. It's actually stopped working. It's hit the spot.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
What was it? What was that thing we watched?
My cocaine. Oh yeah. No, that's a famous interview, wasn't it? Yeah, he was at a party and everyone thought he was he was dealing illegal substances because everyone was going around saying my cocaine. Anyway,
Michael Caine.
what was that? Was that your Michael Caine? Have you got Michael? Let me hear it.
No,
Let me
I
hear it.
can.
Hmm.
Yes, a channel and site.
What?
Vintage Style by Joe says.
Well, share us your
Tell
site.
us more. Well, I guess we could probably find it for ourselves, right?
Vintage Style by. Oh, is that what it's called?
Etsy.
Oh, you're on Etsy.
Is that right?
Vintage Style by Joe. Is that right?
In Hillsborough, New Jersey.
Is that you? Is that you?
Yeah, we find you now, haven't we?
Have we found you? Oh,
Oh, they're like crafts.
nice stuff.
Oh, it's like crafts. And...
Oh,
Oh,
that's cool.
that's
I feel like
lovely.
we're just shopping now.
We're just window shopping.
Yeah, we're just window shopping.
Yeah, very nice stuff.
Oh, I
You
like the
guys should check
little
it out.
frog pins.
Oh,
They're cool.
yeah.
That's nice. Everybody, go over to what's it called?
Vintage Style by Joe.
Vintage Style by Joe. Google it. Go onto Etsy. Have a look. She's got some great gifts there. They look really nice.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Monique says, I suspect little Timo may have the will to walk now that he is safe and loved and may surprise everyone with his strong spirit.
Yeah.
We hope so.
He's definitely got his spirit is amazing. And he's determined. He's very determined. And I love that in him. I really love that in him. Very determined little beast. And I think he's if anyone can, Timo can for sure.
Jennifer says, I remember a fabulous, fun-looking live birthday party for Julian 2 years ago. You're surrounded by Rachel and your children. Julian, you were the grand toastmaster, and it looked like a wonderful time.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that. Was I a bit drunk?
I think you were.
Yeah, I was a bit drunk and tired. And there was cake.
There was cake.
I remember there was cake. I think I'd oversugared.
Were we playing a game?
I don't know. I can't remember. That's right. Yeah, it was good fun though. Yeah. Oh my word. It's my birthday soon.
Yeah. What do you want for your birthday?
Let's have another party. We'll have another live party.
What, just you and me?
It's just you and me. Oh. What are they barking at now? Oh my God, it's been a long day. Right, anyway. Right, let's stop
Could
now.
you remind us, please, of what Timo's backstory is?
Excuse me one moment. I'm just going to go and deal with that little beast.
Yes, Fran. Eyebrows is barking back there. So Timo came from Ukraine. He was badly beaten and then left on the streets, and he was rescued by a shelter there. And then when the war hit, he about 2 years ago, he was in this shelter and they started evacuating all these dogs. So this group called Petners, they were helping to evacuate dogs from Ukraine. And so they went to this shelter with a van to get these dogs out of there. And they only had so many that they could take on this van. And Timo, unfortunately, wasn't one of them that was meant to be going on this transport van. But he pushed his way to the front of the queue, so the story goes. And
no, he sat in front of the van.
He was sat in front of the van.
Yeah, he didn't move out the front of the van. He wouldn't move. So in the end, the driver got out and just chucked him in the van.
Yeah, so he forced his way.
He was a brave driver.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he bit then. And then he went to live.
I bet he did.
He went to live with a foster Sally in Berlin, in Germany, for a year. And at first, he was very timid, very nervous. He was a bit of a mess, so she had to sort him out. And then his true character started to shine. And Sally, bless her, was getting bites from him quite often.
It was I think the original advert for him, or the thing that described him, I think was something like, a very loving boy and and it's I don't think I don't think it was particularly accurate, put it that way.
Yeah, and then you can imagine having she's living in a small flat, and she's got this dog that's partially paralyzed in a wheelchair. It's messing in the flat. He's biting her, and yeah, basically she was told you have to get rid of this dog because it's not good for your mental health. But obviously she wasn't just going to abandon him, and they were trying to find a home for him and looking for quite a while, and then that's when we got the email.
Yes, we got the email, and it was instantly a no from me, and then something just came over. There's a video I think on there, and it was like, yeah, it was a no. It was quite late at night. I was in bed checking my emails, and I wrote the whole email out saying, you know, we're not equipped for a paralyzed dog. We don't have the space. We don't have the manpower, and we don't think it's a right environment for a paralyzed dog. And then something came over me, and it was something that was working through me, and it wasn't me. It just deleted that email and rewrote it. And it was like, tell us more about him. Let's find out a bit more about him so we could actually make a considered decision. And that was a very much a I don't know, I suppose it was just subconscious or something. It was just something working through, you know, it was like, no, let's actually explore this and really think about it and consider it. Let's not just dismiss it out of hand. Let's see what we can do. And yeah, it's like so weird. It's just so weird. He's a very, very magical. He's a weird little dog. He's got an amazing character, and yeah, he's magical. He's a little magical dog. I wouldn't be without him now.
I think for the first like few weeks we were like, oh no, what have we done?
Yeah, especially after getting bitten and stuff. It was a bit worrying.
He got bitten. We couldn't really handle him because he's not good with people he doesn't know. So yeah, we had a lot of anxiety about handling him. He was obviously anxious because he didn't know us, and but now that we've like got his trust,
and that's why he put on so much weight, because the only way we could handle him was with treats.
Yeah.
So we were like always using treats to like manipulate him to get him to do what we needed him to do. It was like give him treats, just give him treats, because it was just to really abate our own anxiety.
And also we didn't want to put him in his wheelchair for the first month because he had some sores, because it was kind of like had some like makeshift parts that were rubbing, and we wanted to like leave him out of it to allow that to heal. So he was having 2, sometimes 3 times a day, like Kongs with peanut butter.
Yeah.
So obviously that's really fattening. So
yeah, we just had to learn him. We had to learn each other, and it's been a tremendous journey. But now he's like, so he goes in his wheels for a couple of hours every day, but not too long. He's out of his wheels more than he's in them, which is better for him for his recovery. It means he's using his legs. He's getting massaged every day. He gets bathed every day, and yeah, that's what, you know. He's having his acupuncture. Any wounds that he's got, so he's still got, because he's prone to eat his own legs, which I know that sounds a bit strange,
not
but
eat them.
no, well, you say that, he got down to the bone.
Yeah.
One of his legs he actually gnawed down to the bone, so that's taken a lot of healing. So that's taken every day cleaning, treatment. You know, he's had to live with this cone on to stop him eating his own legs. So there's a lot that he's been a lot of work. He's been a hell of a lot of work, and I think through working with him every day, he's learned to trust us, and he's become more familiar with our hands on him, and we've become a little bit more understanding of him, and we know what his triggers are. And when he bites at us, or if he goes at us or has a go at us, we don't. Whereas before we would be scared. And we'd be like, whoa, you know, and he'd get that reaction. Now we're like, oh, shut up. You know, stop complaining, you stupid dog, get on with it. You know, this is what we're doing. And he sort of like goes, oh, all right then, has a little grumble. and that anxiety levels are all lower, and it just makes the relationship much calmer. But I must say, he's definitely, the connection is stronger with Rachel. He's really got a strong connection with you, I think. That's where it is. Started off with me, he bit me, and then it was like, okay,
Yeah,
now I lost that thing with him,
trust. Yeah,
and then he went to you, and then that's where I think it's remained.
but I'm the one that like feeds him, so
Yeah, that's true.
I think if you were to like take over that role for a bit, he would latch on to you.
No, it's you. He wants you all the time. He's always looking for you. Anyway, yes. So there you go. That was a little recap on the Timo story.
Yeah. Odine says also, please visit my store at Odine Stitches, upscale knitting and sewing.
Upscale knitting and sewing. Aldine. Okay.
Very talented people we have here.
Yeah.
Myra, thank you again for another super chat. Here is some I didn't win on the Sanctuary Lottery.
Oh, thank you very much.
Lovely. Thank you, Myra. Even more impressed with Timo's spirit, he forced his way into his own rescue.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird though? That he's not the only one, because Steve did that as well.
Yeah.
Steve, wasn't effectively rescued like in a standard way. He literally made his own way here, and it's like Timo did the same.
And eyebrows as well.
And eyebrows. What is going on here? Who else? Anybody else? Trying to think.
Probably some cats like Sock.
Oh, Sock.
Here.
Yeah, Timmy. Yeah, they all came here, didn't they?
Yeah.
What's wrong with them?
You could try playing a Tibetan Om chant that we spoke about last week for Timo.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. We do play
like
in music. Tibetan Om chants. Yeah, that's nice. You don't like those, do you? You get a bit creeped out.
Do I?
Yeah. I was playing chants.
Yeah.
I was playing chants the other night, and you were like, turn it off, it's creepy.
It's not something you want to go to sleep to.
Oh, I think it's really nice. I like it. I tell you what I've really got into, and I don't know why. I don't know about you guys, when you're when you listen to different music, and you have moments. I don't know about you, but I tend to binge. So if I find an artist that I like, or a song that I like, I'll binge it, and then I just play it to death until I can't listen to it anymore, and then I'll find something else. Or there'll be a little fallow period where you'll go back over your old stuff and it's just not hitting the spot, and then you start searching around, and then you find a new piece. And that's how I tend to consume music. And recently I had a playlist going on in the shower, and this piece of opera music came on, and it was just fantastic. It was so good. And I'm like, that's it now. So all this week I've been binging on opera, and I just love it. It's so good. Have I been driving you mad with my opera?
I haven't noticed it that much.
Haven't you not noticed it? I think I've been conscious of the fact.
You've been playing that one song that you like.
A lot. It's called. Now, you people, you see, you're cultured, so you'll probably know this, but it's called Je crois entendre encore, and it's from the opera of the Pearl Fishers, and it's just such a beautiful piece of opera. It is beautiful. It's lovely. I just love it. Anyway, there you go. That's my recommendation for the week. You probably know it. You go, Julian, where have you been? My God, that's old. Well, it is old. I know it's old. But...
Dogs pick up on our emotions, so now that you're more mellow about him, he is calm too. Great.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with that.
To be fair, I think with Timo's history, I'm just happy he has all the good moments he does, and just the occasional snappy times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, now the snappy times are very rare. We just sort of like learn to deal with them, really.
You can read that one.
Seeing Timo's videos always makes me well up, just the way he hasn't let his past affect how he sees humans. Yeah, I know what you mean, Jane. I get quite emotional when I think about him, actually, and when I think about what he's gone through, and when I think about his spirit and how he is. Yeah, I definitely get emotional as far as that is concerned, because I just think, he's got so much to teach us. I know we go through life and we learn from different, from all our interactions and what goes on, and we try and learn all the time. And Timo it's the tenacity,
Yeah.
the spirit, the fight. You know, they say about the fight in the dog.
Hmm.
There's the fight in the dog. He's got the fight in the dog. I mean, he's tremendous. In fact, Sally, who was his foster in Berlin for a year, came obviously at the end of the summer, and she brought with her friend, and oh my God, I can't remember her name. Larissa. And Larissa's a tattoo artist. And she offered me a free tattoo if I wanted it. And I haven't got any tattoos. And I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I'll get a tattoo. I don't know. And anyway, she sent me a drawing, and she'd done one of a nice one of Timo. And she's saying, like, I can do this one for you. And I was like, I was so tempted because of everything that he stands for. It's like, Timo. So anyway, got any tattoos, guys? What tattoos have you got? What would you like? Where have you got them, or were?
Odin asked, will he get another treatment with special therapy? He had acupuncture, was it like 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah, I think so. You've drunk all of my port.
There's a bit in there.
A bit? There was loads that you
There
said,
wasn't.
oh, that's too
I
much
had
for
one
you.
sip, you drank most of
Did I?
that. He will have it about every month to every 6 weeks, depending on how his progress is. Oh, that's devastating. An abandoned dog disabled due to abuse. I hadn't realised he'd been abandoned. I thought he'd been given to a rescue or something, and then all the fear of all the bangs of war.
Yeah, no, it was a POS. I think that's what they
continues.
say in America, isn't it?
To then go and sit in front of the rescue van and refuse to move. He has a fabulous, sweet guy, so full of spunk. I don't mean that in a rude way.
Yes, this is so important.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, he's there. Yeah, I was saying in America, I think you call people a POS. And yeah, wouldn't you just love to get hold of her? The woman that did that to him. Wouldn't you just love to? I would. Terrible, 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 terrible. Such a horrible thing to do to an animal. Anyway.
Gail asks, so what's Steve's sanctuary story then?
Gail. Oh my God, Gail, where have you been? So I'll do a quick rundown. Steve's story. I think I have said it quite. I think I've told the story quite a few times, but I will for your benefit, and I'll be very quick about it. So Steve came to the sanctuary quite a few years ago, and he literally just arrived in the middle of the sanctuary. We were all sitting having lunch, and we heard a donkey braying in the middle of the sanctuary. We didn't know who it was. We didn't recognize the braying. When we looked out, we saw Steve standing in the middle of the sanctuary just shouting, quite quickly followed by a farmer coming running through the trees, put a rope around his neck and sort of like took him. I'm not getting the option. I've got no option to get into Jacob's Reach.
Oh. Sorry, I was trying to play it like at the same time, but I don't know what I'm doing. Carry on.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think you can mute the videos when they play. So then he went, and then like the next day or 2 days later, something like that, he came back again. Same thing happened. This time the farmer took a bit longer to come back to get him, but then eventually he did. And then about another couple of days later, would you believe it, he did it again. Steve was in the field again, lunchtime, shouting at everybody. This time, farmer didn't arrive. So we put him in a little enclosure that we had in with a couple of pigs. And we just decided to look after him until the farmer came. Farmer didn't come for a couple of days. So we thought, okay, well, this is a bit strange. So anyway, a few days later, I'm driving through their local town, and I saw the farmer on the side of the road. So I pulled over and I said, "Oi," I said, "I've got your donkey." And he just said to me, "Oh, don't, he wants to live with you." And that was it. So yeah, we said, "Oh, okay." He said, "Is that okay?" And we were like, "Yeah, that's fine. We can do that." And so yeah, so he was. Then we named him Steve McQueen because of the Great Escape. And basically, he escaped that environment. Now, his story, we've subsequently learned, is that the farmer was almost like an interim rescue for Steve, because where Steve was kept before that was up in the mountains, and they used to keep him basically in isolation, and then they would blow marijuana smoke up his nose and get him out of parties and watch him and laugh and everything as he sort of like stumbled around and fell over. So he was, you know, abused in an awful way, really. And you know, knowing Steve as we all know and love him now, the thought of somebody doing that to him, you know, it makes me pretty angry, really, that someone would do that to any animal, and the fear that they must feel when they were in that environment. So yeah, Steve's another one who's made his way, or the universe has led him here, whatever way you want to look at it. And yeah, now he's just got the run of the sanctuary, does what he wants, goes where he wants every day. Yeah, he's just beautiful. He's lovely. He's lovely. It's great. So that's Steve's story in a nutshell.
Jennifer says Timo's journey couldn't have led him to a better home than Jacob's ridge and YouTube. Sanctuary allows him to clear his mind of the past.
Oh yeah, he's forgotten it. It's all gone for sure. He's so recovered. Steve is, yeah, he's solid. He's absolutely solid.
Steve, that was Timo, sorry.
Oh, Timo, sorry. Yeah, Timo's still going to take a bit of time, I think, but he'll get there. I think he's definitely getting there. I feel like he's put it behind him anyway, isn't he? He's like,
I think so.
He's like, where's the food?
I think most animals live in the moment anyway. I guess they do have.
Oh yeah, but they would have trauma.
Yeah, they have trauma, but it's conditioned, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apparently, elephants don't recover well from trauma.
No,
because of their memory being so good.
Yeah, that's right. I've heard that.
Odine, are there more donkey owners in Spain than most countries? I would say there's probably a lot in like
Africa.
Yeah, Africa.
South America.
I was gonna say like maybe like Nepal and
Yeah.
India.
Yeah. Well, there's still very much a working animal.
Yeah.
In some of these countries. I mean, there's that organization that is, you know, that spends their time going around educating people on, you know, donkey ownership, just to try, because you can't stop them from using their donkeys for work, because it's literally their livelihood. And what they tend to do is go around and they educate people on how to best care for their donkeys, and, you know, things they can do and things they can't. But still a very, I think globally, a horribly abused animal.
Yeah.
I mean, just they are abused. And I think the key problem is, and one of the main sources of abuse for the donkey is because people treat them like a horse, in that they're not a flight animal, but they think they are. So, you know, a horse, if the horse is whipped or it's stimulated, you know, in an aggressive way, the horse will run, it will move, because it's a flight animal and that's what it wants to do. But donkeys don't respond in that way. They are wired completely different to a horse. So if a donkey is unsure about something, it freezes. That's how they operate. So they freeze, and that's why they've got this horrible reputation of being stubborn. And it's not that they're stubborn; it's just that they're just sort of like weighing up the situation. And in those environments where they're working, if they get scared or they don't want to move somewhere or they're not sure, then people hit them with sticks. And of course, that's no good. All you're doing is you're raising the problem with the animal and with the donkey. So he's going to freeze even more. So they hit them even more, and they're on this vicious cycle. And the donkey gets badly, badly abused to move forward. And they hang on them and they're pulling them around. They're very badly mistreated. When really, half the time, or most of the time, actually, I've noticed it with ours, is that if we're leading them or we're moving them somewhere, sometimes you just have to sit quietly with them and just let them work it out. And then eventually they go, oh, okay, then yeah, all right, and then they'll move. But yeah, easier said than done. And I would imagine if you're in an environment where you haven't got that education, you know, you're instinctively, you would go, you know, pick up a stick and go, come on, move. But they're not. That's not what they like. They don't like it. It's just not what they're about. Unless they're being Steve, naughty in a feed shed, then he knows what he's doing and he gets out.
Jane says, I hate seeing donkey rides on beach. Yeah, they're still used a lot for tourism as well. Odine says, I had no idea until seeing your videos that donkeys are so affectionate. Just love them.
Yeah.
Especially Barry. Barry's really loves a cuddle.
Barry was like, so the other morning I went down, I was doing a feed and I was sitting quietly and I got an orange off the tree, because I love this time of year, because we've got a few orange trees and they're just the most lovely, juiciest, tastiest oranges. Whenever you buy oranges from supermarkets, they're just not it's on a different level. They're like a different fruit. And so I'm sitting there on the wall and I'm eating this orange, and Barry came wandering over, and he just stared at me. And he was about, I suppose, that far away from my head. And he's just looking at me with these big black eyes, and he's just staring at me. He's just begging me for a piece of this orange. And he was so expressive, but so gentle. And yeah, they are very, very affectionate, but there's a lot going on behind those eyes. Definitely a lot going on behind their eyes. Yeah, they're fantastic animals. I love them to bits.
Dan says, "Oh, third glass, guys."
Cheers. Well, no, somebody keeps stealing my drink.
I just had a little sip.
Rosy-faced Rachel over here.
No,
I wonder who's stealing all my port.
you can't see anything.
Yes. Right, we should go because we've got to have dinner.
Yeah, we do. It's a freeze response to fear rather than fight or flight. That's more hideous than even I knew, and I'm a member of a few donkey charities. By me, that's the sickening.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's
like
interesting.
They analyze first, like, do I need to actually run? It's like they still have the flight response as well. It's like, do I need to run? I'm gonna like analyze this first. Whereas horses are like, just like run, and then we'll look back and see what it was. Oh, it was just a plastic bag.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is hideous. It is hideous. I think they have a horrible plight. I think in the world. It should be that. I'm glad that. I think a lot of people through Steve's videos, a hell of a lot of people have come to see donkeys in a different light, and I think that's great. You know, I think that's awesome. I think anything that shows donkeys in that kind of light and makes them be understood a little bit better is really good. Very pleased that happens.
Does Barry put his head on you like Ronnie?
Yeah, he does actually. Yeah, he can.
Not as much. Ronnie's more like.
Oh, Ronnie's
trying
mental.
To pull you over.
Yeah, Ronnie's nuts. He's such a different energy. Ronnie. He's a bit goofy and he's a bit rough. Steve's gentle. Steve likes a kiss. He likes a little sniff and a little kiss, and then Barry likes a cuddle. Yeah, funny little things.
Jan says Rachel has witnesses. She's had 4 sips total.
Oh, you're counting, Jan. Nice.
Jane says I've learned so much about animals from you two over the years. Thank you. Oh, that's nice, Jane.
That's cool.
Jennifer says donkeys are mingled with cattle and sheep at ranches here in the States to move the herds around if confronted with coyotes or wolves. Yeah, they're good. They can be pretty vicious, can't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't mess about.
Yeah.
They really don't. They're great.
They've been known to kill people, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Can you imagine getting killed by a donkey?
No.
Gee whiz. Stick around.
Oops.
We'll have
That's
them one
such
day.
a wonderful achievement that you've done for donkey understanding. I wanted to show this one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Any updates on Macario and Dorothea? No, not really. Macario, we're still waiting on a vet to castrate Macario. Gelding.
He's just special, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got this little game that he likes to play, which is he gets this little bit of rope and he throws it onto his back, and then he sort of runs around and spins around as though like he doesn't know what's going on. And
it's his toy.
Just every now and then he'll go and find it and put it on his back again and run around.
He's such a simple little soul. He's like, yeah, he's funny. We're still learning Macario. It'll take a long time. We'll get there, but yeah, I think it'll be better as soon as he's out and he can mingle. Then we'll see his true character come through. But he really is. He's very special. A bit like you, Jane.
Wow. And Dorothea.
And Jan. A bit like you two.
Yeah, Dorothea's good. Are you giving yourself the giggles now?
Yeah. Oh, Jane likes a little sniff and a kiss.
Dean says, time for a coffee with my hubby, but you are all invited.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
We're coming, Aldine. We're coming. We're coming over. Right, guys. Well, thank you very much for all of your super chats. Thanks for joining us. Well, did you star all the super chats?
They do it automatically.
Ah, okay. So, give you an idea of where we are with super chats tonight. 10, 35.
I think it's about 130. 140.
About 130, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, off the top of my head. It's about $130 of your dollars, of your US dollars.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Yes, thank you very, very much for your super chats. That's lovely. Thank you. And we'll see you next week. Keep an eye out for things. Remember, as always, head over to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever it's called.
We don't really post on X, do we?
Yeah, I do.
Do you? Okay. TikTok.
Well, I don't really post much on TikTok.
TikTok.
I have to go because it's hit.
Oh, it's hit you already. Let's get some food.
Yeah, because it's a bit of a mess.
Okay.
Well, I could give you all a song right now. I don't think you should. I think you should end the live.
Okay,
because
quick, end it.
Get out of here. See you later, guys. Thank you so much.
See you next week. Have a great week, everyone.
Love to you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Good luck tonight, Rachel.